This is day 9, and here are 2 changes I'm making from now on. So the first change I'm going to make is changing how I learn. So what I mean by this is in the videos I make, like the one I'm making right now, I'm only going to show the clips from 1v1s, events like tournaments and ranked or whatever. Only the deaths and mistakes that I make that I know are only the clips I'm going to include. So I'm not going to include any of the clips that I don't know why I died, because there's no point, in my opinion, to just go in there and just say, I don't know what the mistake is, and just include it in the video. Like, it takes too long and there's no real purpose. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip the footage where I don't know what the mistake was, because I think it's the most valuable mistake that I can make when you don't know what the mistake is, and watch it back a week later to see if I can figure out, with other clips and more experience in 1v1s, try to see if I can figure out what the mistake was and eventually figure out what the mistake is. And if I figure it out, put it in the video. If I don't, again, wait a week, come back to it. And if I can't figure it out, I can ask someone else or something after a month or so. But I think this is a really good method to make sure that I figure out every single reason why I'm taking damage or dying, but not in a way that forces myself to like try to understand it right now, because I don't want to sit here for 30 minutes and ponder why when I could just move on and come back to it later. So the second thing is that I've noticed that sometimes it's really hard for me to find 1v1s, and I end up going in matchmaking and the speed realistics and PGs, and sometimes I get good players, but 90% of the time I get players that aren't worth my time. So I believe that in that time it'd be better, worse spent if I go into ranked and just make a 1v1 real post, and if nobody responds, then I go into ranked. And if someone responds, then I can always leave the game or just go and do that, because I do think the reels is up here. I would go reels, PG, and then ranked. And I think ranked is still good practice. If I die, there's still things to learn. If I take damage, there's still things to learn. There's some deaths are unavoidable in my opinion, but I think ranked is still good. The mistake I make in this clip is that when I go up, I don't have a name for what I call this retake, but I use it all the time, where I just like go up and I manipulate the cones to go up.
My in-game
I'll just show you. So here I go up, and I knew he was there. I saw the visuals, and today I was more aware of where my enemy was, just thinking about it mentally. So I knew he was there. I kind of like autopiloted it, and I knew I was gonna get shot in the back here, unfortunately. So what I should have done instead is go up and then go up, and then here just cone, or what I could do is reset the cone and then edit the wall and cone them, or I could place high walls and then go up. There's a lot of combinations you can use with this retake, and that's why I really like it, but this was not the right play. In this clip, what I mess up is that I go for a piece control play, but from a left-hand peek, which allows my enemy to get a shot off before I can piece him up. So right here, I know my enemy's there, and my plan is to place a wall to block his shot, but it's an awkward angle. So instead of doing this bottom right tile, what I should have done is the top left peanut butter. And then I can like cone from there. I can like jump so he can't hit me. But instead I kind of just like run to his bullet. And he just has a right hand peek, and I can't really do much. So yeah. So the mistake I make here is that I make a good decision to not side jump into the 4 tiles of his wall, like the 4 areas around his wall. And I go on a diagonal, but it's still in his 3x3 area. So that means I should have placed high walls. So see in a second.
Did you like key for the 5 kills and then just play in game?
So right here, I'm thinking anywhere that connects to his floor, he can piece me up, right? So I go on a diagonal, which is really good, but I don't place this right high wall. So placing this high wall in front of me is good, but I don't place this right one, which allows him to get long piece on me, and then he gets this really nice double head on me, and I can't even place a wall to defend myself. So So the reason why I got hit here was I phased the stair through his box, and he has two plays. He's either gonna rebox or he's gonna break the stair, right? So I went for a rebox play, and I went for a side piece, and then he breaks the stair, and I go for a diagonal box fight kind of structure, but I have no readiness to reset my wall, and that's the problem here. Is that he just made it instead. If I reset my walls, walls in 1 HP, I pickaxe it and I hit him 50 after that, or 100 or something, you know? But instead, I take 50 damage because I'm not ready for him to make that edit. Yeah. No, man. This peek is pretty obvious why I took damage. I edited my cone. He was behind a wall. He had a right hand peek. I had a left hand peek. Here, this is just the wrong edit. If I do a bottom left 3 tile, it's much more effective than the bottom right because he's standing on the right side. If he's standing, this is the rule of thumb. If he's standing on the right side, make a bottom left, and if he's standing on the left, make a bottom right. Alright, so my plan here was to wait for him to edit so I could place a floor because this is the shit that the kid yesterday did to me. But in this instance, he placed the floor before I could, so I don't know if this is a reaction time thing, like I wasn't ready enough to place the floor, or if this play is just shitty. Because I thought I reacted pretty fast, but maybe not. So this is definitely like a work in progress. It's either this play I'm doing his ass, or I just need to be faster. React pisses me off. I'm not gonna lie, just playing it. So here, I knew he was gonna side jump, but for some reason, I just took too long. I honestly don't have a reason why I took that long to react to him running that way, and then he had to side jump, right? So this is just clearly just me being slow. So this play right here would have been fine. So he just edited a window on a brick wall. So all it would take is one pump shot and 1 or 2 AR shots to replace it. But instead, I think I thought... Well, no, but I didn't think that the thing does the sentinel pump damage, structure damage, but maybe I just got in the habit of like just pumping walls. So with the new shotguns, I know this is a spaz, but the spaz has more structure damage than the thunder. The thunder doesn't have a lot of structures, so I need to make sure if I'm going to make that play, I need an AR after. So right here, I was a little bit slow in reacting to him trying to side jump me. I mean, he didn't really do a side jump. He kind of just did like a from below peek, but I was too slow to place his wall. I think it was like desync, but still, he hit me, so no excuses. I was just too slow to react. Here, after he shot my wall, I should have went for an insta edit. And if you just think about his momentum, he was running from right to left, which means I should have edited like a bottom right 4 tile or something like that, so that he can't get in. Like, he's not gonna run in from that angle, but because I did a bottom left 4 tile, he was able to run in my face. So here, after I got the wall, what I should have done is have really good patience and just sit behind this wall that I'm on right now, because he's gonna either become impatient, try to run out the back, or try to pre-fire me, or try to edit out. And all 3 scenarios are good for me because I get a free 100 attack or free 100 pump on him. So this clip is the same reason why I took damage in another clip, is that I'm trying to piece control from a left-hand angle, so he's just gonna be able to shoot me first. So what I need to do is, again, that top left peanut butter, and then piece from there. And then here I go for a full box, and I run into the box, and his character model is perfectly on mine, so I can't even see him. So, I mean, I already made the mistake, I already took the damage, so it's already over, but this is also a mistake. This clip is honestly really fascinating. So what happens is I hit him 100, and then he boxes up to heal, and he leaves one wall open. So I see the opening and I shoot, but he builds perfectly to catch my shot. And then he makes a really good play to make an edit because he knows I just shot my shotgun. So what I should have done to counter that is just place a floor. Or if he decides to go for a floor edit, just place a cone to block him. So you can't go for a counter shot. That's a really good counter shot timing. I just realized that he just did. Just making the same mistakes over and over. It's honestly really annoying. It's really frustrating because the way dying like this sucks because you're making a good play and you're dying when you're making a good play. I get this pre-piece to the side piece, and then I run in the box. I run in the box, dude. When he initially got this wall on me when he side jumped from left to right, what I should have done is just went the opposite side. I often go to the right because it's more convenient, but I need to go to the opposite side of where the enemy is so they can't piece me like he did here. Just wasn't ready for him to go for that side jump. I've died to this probably over 6 times now in the last 5 days. It's the most common way people kill me. Is I get too caught up on the edit. I either mess up the edit or I try to think about what edit selection I should do. And by the time I'm thinking about that, they just side jump me and I'm dead. Actually insane. Again, it's going for a left hand peek. I'm gonna play this again. Every time I piece control from a left hand angle, I get hit before I can hit them or piece them. I get this nice angle, boom. And then I make this wide edit on the left hand peek, and they always hit me before I can place this wall. I need to do a peanut butter whenever I go on from the left because I get hit every single time somehow. I don't know how this keeps happening, but I get hit. Maybe I could do a window. Any edit that doesn't expose my body is good. Here, so like, I know the grappler's not in comp or in BR right now, but it's like a staple, you know? Like, it gives you peeker's advantage. Whenever someone grapples onto you, the worst thing you can do is shoot them, especially if they come from a horizontal angle. If they come from a vertical angle, you can often hit them and floor them so they can't come up. But in this situation, all I should have done is built instead of try to shoot back. It's really hard to see, so that might have accounted to me taking damage here, but I first pumped him for like 3 damage. So first of all, I should have probably AR'd him instead. Second of all, when I see that he's looking for a counter peek, I need to block him off because not giving that counter peek not only doesn't give him time to heal if he has to heal, but also I can stay on the offensive instead of having to heal as well. So in that instant, I didn't know where he was because you could see the visual audio disappear for like 2 seconds, right? Which means I need to stop and make sure I know where he is before I continue because he could have been hiding, I don't know, like under his cone or something. He could have done a lot more damage if he was a good player and he could have probably killed me. So I didn't know where he was exactly, and that was the problem.